This is Kitzur Yomi as you begin another week of learning Kitzur together. We're in Parag Gimel, Sif Beis. It says the Kitzur Einochem Chukos Akum. It is usher to walk literally, to follow the practices of the Goyim. V'lei mitadamin lehem, and one cannot be similar to them, imitate them. Loy b'malbush, not in dress. Loy b'seir, not in hair. Kiyotze behem shenemar. Says the pasuk in Vayikra, "V'lo zalchu b'chukos HaGoyim v'nehemar b'chukos Hayam lo yisei lechu v'nehemar hishav v'chapendi nagshach reib." So three psukim teaching us we cannot follow the ways of the Goyim. Says the Kitzur, so don't think this is only about something which is avodah zarah, but rather even lo yilbush malbush, you wear clothing yuchalem l'shem goyos that the Goyim wear as a form of haughtiness. V'malbush sarim, such as garments worn by sarim, officers, dignitaries. L'digma, hadarmina begamar das yisrael is tamaslam. The Gemara says you're not allowed to imitate them. I feel even the shoelaces that one wears can't be because the Goyim wear it. If they have a certain way to tie it, and you didn't do it another way. They have red laces, black ones. Because black is more humble, is more modest. Red, of course, is more ostentatious. Then Asr Yisrael Lishanas, you can't change. From here, every person learns everything has to do with its place and its time. A garment that's created for gaiva, for pritzas and modesty. Lo yasa Yisrael cannot wear ella, rather malbush of yasuyim binina mayresh, in a way of humility, of chashivos. Alachna v'shiflos etznios, that shows that a yid is humble, a yid is modest. Hachem rinan b'sifri, and just this is the reason why Hasidim wear long coats. In Bnei Brak, similarly, Yerushalmis, why? Because a short jacket is be'etzem a goyisha garment. Obviously, this has to do with the machlekes as times change. At what point it's no longer considered a garment of gaiva, etc. But this is where it comes from, because something which is a goyisha symbol, a way of gaiva, and yidim do something else, that's a form of loiselchu chukos HaGoyim. You should not say, since they wear purple, I'll wear the same. And they wear armor, I'll do the same. This is a way of gaiva. This is not the way that a yid acts. Rather, we should be modest and humble. One should not turn to the arrogant nations and imitate them. Anything that non-Jid does as a minhag, or it's something that we don't know why they do it. Maybe, where does it come from? Maybe it doesn't, you're right, maybe it's not a gaiva, but it's something that Goyim particularly do. So maybe it comes from Avodah Zarah. And similarly, one should not cut his hair. You shouldn't grow your hair like a guy. A yid should be distinct. A yid should be special. B'malbushav, in his speech, b'diburai, with his act, with his words, b'shar ma'isiv, in all his actions. Just like we're different in our beliefs and our characters. Says the pasuk, Shem says to Klal Yisrael, I've separated you from amongst the nations. Continues the Kitzur and Sif Gimel. One should not wear expensive clothing. That maybe suddenly gaiva brings one to haughtiness. But on the other hand, clothing matters. Shouldn't wear garbage, inferior, dirty clothing. You shouldn't be looked and humiliated by other people. Clean, average. He says the Kitzur, you should sell even the beams of your house to buy shoes. Why? The article here, note 9, quotes Rashi and Shabbos, because it's degrading to walk around without shoes in public. And we continue with Sif Dalavich Masinu Shayamim Yi Chashuva B'Tayra. Since we see that the Yamin, the right, is more chashuv than the Torah, Linyan Avodah, as in the Beis Hamikdash, you always do everything with the right hand. The Mitzayin is on the right thumb, the right big toe. With regards to chalitz, you have to take off the right foot. Therefore, when getting dressed, the right comes first. When you put on a jacket, you put on your right sleeve first. You put on your shirt, you put on your right arm first. You wash yourself, you washed your right side first. And when taking off your shoes in the reverse. Because the other clothing, you take off your left first. But why the same side? Because the right is better. So when you take off your left shoe first, take off the left side first. Why? Because it gives chashivas to the right. It's worn more. But with regarding tying, has small chashiv yoiser. We tie the left first. Why? Since the tefillin are tied with the left on, and therefore. You tie the left first. Shoes with laces. Nail shall yamin spells out the kitzur you put on your right shoe. Don't tie it. V'nail shall small v'kaisha put on your left and tie it. Then you tie your right. So you put on the right, you put on the left, you tie the left, then you tie the right. I think it's a famous story about the Brisker Rav. One time they asked the Brisker Rav, what did you do for Klal Yisrael today? Say, you know what I did? When I put on my shirt, I put on my right sleeve first. When I put on my pants, I put on my right leg first. When I put on my shoes, I put on my right foot. And then I put on my left foot. And then I tied my left shoe. And then I tied my right shoe. The Brisker Rav showing that what did he do? He used medaktik b'mitzvahs, medaktik b'halacha. That's what one does. We continue to say, hey, you should not wear two clothing at once. Not so known, it causes one to forget. So sometimes maybe it's a sweatshirt and a jacket, a shirt and a coat, any two articles of clothing. Sometimes you take them off together, you just put them back on together. It says the Kitzur, one should not do that, it causes you to forget your Torah. Continues the Kitzur, one is not allowed to walk for Amos, nor is he allowed to say words of Kedusha Begilu Yaroish with one's head uncovered. The bottom note 19, they point out from the Mishnah Berurah that nowadays it's become the minhag that we should not even sit in one place without the head covered. Mishnah Berurah quotes that Midas Chasidus is to sleep with the head covered. We should also do the same thing for the kids. It gives them fear of heaven. As we find by Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. I apologize. I lost my pointer over here. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. Yarmulkah Kaldai. Chayzen Kachavim. Yatzur was young. His mother was told by astrologers, Baruch, your son is going to be a thief. So what did Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak's mother do to prevent her son from being a thief? Lo shavakte gali reishe. From that moment onward, she never let him sit with his head covered. Amrulay, she told him, Kase reishe, cover your head. And he'll have fear of heaven. And he was prevented. He was not a ganef. Continuous Zayin. One should not sit with one should not walk, with an erect posture. Similarly, Mishnah Berurah points out, even when sitting, that's a haughty way of walking. You shouldn't be too bent down. A little bit. Enough, you can see if a person's coming. You can see your own steps. That's what Rabbeinu Yonah learns. Even the way a person walks, you can see, is this guy Talmud Chacham? How's he walking? Is he walking all up? Is he walking a little bit low? Even on the road, the fool walks. Tell he's a fool. He tells everyone that he's foolish. We conclude today with Sivchas. Says the Kitzur Yesh Nizar, one should be careful. One man should not walk between two women. It quotes in 22. The Gemara in Haris, it was one to forget his Torah. And The reason being, they explain, is because he's going to be distracted and he will lose his focus. V'lo shnei klavim, should not walk between two dogs, or shnei chazarim, two pigs. V'chein, and similarly, lo yanichu anashim, two men should not allow shehilch b'neihem isha, a woman to walk between them, a kelev or chazir, or to allow a dog or a pig to walk between them. And the one eitzah that they give is, if you have to walk in such a manner, is hold on to davar shebekdusha. Some people hold on to their tzitzis. You hold on to another person. Pick it up from Siman Dalid, Parak Dalid, and the next year, B'siyata Dishmaya.